Hello, my name is Ryan, and I'll be talking about Stephen Hawking, the scientist who discovered black holes, was born on January 8, 1942, in Oxford, England. Stephen grew up in the midst of World War II. His family was feared for their son's life. Stephen's family was especially scared of Adolf Hitler because he was destroying all of Europe. 1 month before Stephen's birth, Japan attacked America, and because of that situation, the United States joined the war. When Stephen was old enough to attend school, his father, Frank, forced him to go to a private school called St. Albans School because Frank wanted Stephen to become a good student. When Stephen was at school, he would jumble the sentences, mixing the words up in the sentence. Stephen jumbled words because he had a problem with his mouth. His friend Michael Church called it Hawkingese. When Stephen was attending school, surprisingly, Stephen did not earn good grades. At school, even though Stephen liked his friends, Stephen felt like an outsider because he had a doubting attitude and was skeptical of most things. When Stephen got older, Frank, his father, wanted Stephen to become a doctor, but Stephen wanted to major in math. Stephen begged his father to attend Oxford University because Oxford had good math instructions. Frank allowed Stephen to attend Oxford University. After 1 year at Oxford University, he took a test to start attending Cambridge because Stephen heard that Cambridge had a better math program for his PhD. When Stephen was attending Cambridge University, Stephen actually majored in science instead of math, but when Stephen was in school, he grew tired of working on his studies because it was too easy for Stephen. Since he grew bored with his studies, he joined the crew team. Stephen's position on the crew team was coxswain. Coxswain is the commander of the team who instructs the teammates when to row. Stephen loved the challenge even if he failed. For example, on competition day, even when his team was losing, he would never give up. They did not win, but he realized that they could not have done better than that without his guidance. On New Year's Day, Stephen had a party with his friends. Michael Church was there, who, like Stephen, shared a love of science, and John McLean, who used to discuss the meaning of life with Stephen, was also present. As Stephen held the wine bottle to drink some more wine, he spilled it all over the table. Frank thought that something was wrong with him and decided to take Stephen to the doctors. The doctors diagnosed Stephen with ALS and said he would not live past the age of 25 because of this disease. ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, makes your muscles weaker. However, the doctors were wrong because Stephen passed the age of 25 but would have to use a wheelchair for the rest of his life. But sitting down in the wheelchair made Stephen think deeply about the many theories concerning life's mysteries, especially those of space and time. One of the theories that interested Stephen was the cosmic egg created by 8 Georges. Lamidri, the cosmic egg, which is also known as the Big Bang Theory, is the explosion which caused the big beginning of space. Fred Hoyle had an opposite theory against Lemaitre. Fred's theory was that space expands forever and constantly, That theory is called the steady state theory. The steady state theory saw the universe in a balance with galaxies being born and decaying. The Big Bang theory viewed the universe as constantly expanding and from a central explosive point. While Hoyle was giving the speech about steady state theory, Hawking was the only one to ask about the theory and argued with Hoyle out of 100 people. Hawking proved that Hoyle's equation did not work. After proving that Hoyle was incorrect, Stephen became well known. After presenting his proof against Hoyle, Hawking and his friend Penrose believed that the universe had an end. They called the end of universe the Big Crunch. In 1969, John Wheeler inspired Hawking by giving a speech about gravitationally collapsed stars. Wheeler was tired of using the phrase gravitationally collapsed stars. He decided to call them black holes. However, Stephen discovered that you couldn't escape if you fall into a black hole, and that black holes exist mathematically because when Stephen Hawking added up his equation, it worked correctly with Einstein's equation. Stephen changed the world by unveiling some of the mysteries of space, like black holes. He also proved that space would have an end called the Big Crunch. I am amazed because Hawking discovered new facts about black holes which other scientists could not unveil. I chose him for my biography because he discovered the Big Crunch, or the end of space, which would be unknown without Stephen Hawking's theory. Bye everybody.
All my life, I have been fascinated by the big questions that face us.